IndyCar drivers not the only racers staying busy, though. So are NASCAR drivers, although our next guest getting a well-deserved break, at least on the surface, the next few weeks. We are joined by NASCAR Camping World Truck Series driver Ben Rhodes. And Ben, obviously we know that you just raced at Charlotte this past weekend. You're off until June 8th at Texas. Any big plans, any free time during this stretch?
Well, I'm looking forward to Memorial Day weekend. Even though I'm not racing, I'm going to enjoy the heck out of some Indy 500 and the Coca-Cola 600 in Charlotte. But, man, we have big plans off the track. R&D right now is the name of the game, right? NASCAR introduced some new rules to our series, and with that comes a whole slew of wind tunnel time, chassis dyno time, just all kinds of things that we're trying to do to get more speed on the racetrack. Because we have had some mechanical failures this year, but we've had really good performances. I feel like our speed has been solid, but the competition doesn't take a break. We've always got to get better.
It's all this stuff that really the casual fan may not know that you guys all have to do instead of just getting in the car and going.
Getting in the car and going, yeah. It's all the other stuff, including we have a sponsor visit up to Maui Gym this week. I'm going to be flying not my plane. I rent a plane. I got my pilot's license, so I'm going to rent a plane.
So you do have your pilot's license?
Yeah, so I've got that. It helps out with travel, especially this busy time of the year. Sponsorship visits, like going to see Maui Gym. I'm going to go take a tour of their factory and see the process. And do you have a pair of Maui gyms?
I don't.
No? They're good stuff. But yeah, I'm going to go up there, so I'm excited to get in the air.
Though, right?
I can get you the hookup. I can get you the hookup.
Yeah.
I can get you the hookup. No, it's really cool because flying, there's so many parallels between racing. Anytime I can get in the air, it's like a good day.
No doubt about it. It's been pretty solid, though, for you this season, too, also on the track. Right now, 4th in the standings. How would you assess how the season has gone up to this point?
Man, I would say that it's been a roller coaster ride. I know all drivers kind of say that, and they all say, hey, we should have won like 5 races by now. But no, and in all seriousness, when you know that the team is upset and the driver's upset, then you know something for real has happened. Because my team is frustrated. I'm frustrated. I really do feel like a conservative number would be three wins, or at least the chance to finish in the top 3 separate times. Atlanta, Martinsville, and then Kansas. But all 3 of those races, we've had some big issues. So performance has been strong. We're running up front. We should have been 2nd in points now. We had some mechanical issues at Kansas that took us out. But we rebounded at Charlotte, and Texas, we're going to go there the next race, and we're just going to have a good, solid performance. If we can get the win, we're going to take it, because that would be really nice to get into the playoffs.
You mentioned, you think maybe 3 wins were on the table. Johnny Sauter has 3, and he's leading the point standings, but you're still 4th in the standings. Do you think your team has something for him starting in Texas and going down that stretch?
Yeah, absolutely. You know, the thing about Johnny is that he said it last year. He took the race from us at Dover based off pit strategy. He was able to make it on fuel mileage. He said when he won the race, I'd rather be lucky than good any day of the week. And we were on the bad side of the luck. He was on the good side of the luck. Johnny's had some races fall into his lap. Not discrediting his team's performance or anything, but they have had some races kind of fall into their lap, and just stuff has worked out for them. Stuff hasn't worked out for us. So I think if we don't even need good luck, if the bad luck will just stay out of the way and everything will keep up and hold up for the season, I think we'll be just fine.
I know at the start of the year you talked about how excited you were that Ford was going to be part of Thor Sport Racing. How has it gone so far? I know you mentioned some mechanical stuff here and there, but overall pleased?
Yeah, I'm really pleased. Actually, the mechanical stuff has been nothing to do with Ford.
Yeah.
It's been engine, the new NASCAR NT1 motors that we're running. It's a sealed motor. We've had some engine issues, and then also last week we had a part break on the right front, so a manufacturer issue. And not Ford manufacturer, but from the parts manufacturer that makes it. So that's been what we've kind of been battling. But the transition's been really smooth. They've welcomed us with open arms. It was funny this last week while I was climbing into my F-150, the global director, the lead guy for NASCAR, all the Ford people, the top guys, all come down and shake your hand. Good luck. We're going to be watching, listening, all this stuff. And it's just kind of cool to see that support, because for me, I want to become a Ford developmental driver. That's my goal. I want to move up within their ranks and hopefully be racing for one of the top teams in the Cup Series one day. And to see that kind of support, we're trying to work my way in with them a little bit, but we'll see. We're still just focused on this season before we know what the future holds.
You get a lot of support when you come to Kentucky Speedway, and that race is coming up in less than 2 months. What would it mean? I know I ask you this every year, but what would it mean to win that race?
I'm going to be asked this a lot. I have a feeling I'll need to rehearse my answer. I say it everywhere. There's really no words to describe what it would mean, right? Because as I've said before, I'm going to have all my friends, all my family, majority of my sponsors. I'm just going to have everybody that really means something to our race team and to my personal life, and even to the race team. All the guys on the race team, it's not too far from Thor Sport Racing in Sandusky, Ohio. They're going to have friends and family there as well. So it just means so much to everybody. In a way, it's a home race for all of us. And there's no words to describe it. We've been trying to get the win there for so long now, and it seems like every year where you're getting involved in an incident or something happens, we're just going to make it happen this year. Hopefully we just have enough speed that we make it happen. No questions asked. Doesn't matter who's in the way. We're going to get it. And I'll tell you, this little off break we have right now, we're working really hard and heavy on our mile-and-a-half program. And I think everything we're learning from Kansas and Texas, it's going to go to Kentucky Speedway and hopefully kick butt.
Yeah, no doubt about it. And then I got to ask you a couple quick social media questions, Ben. I saw that on Saturday you tweeted out you were up bright and early to watch the royal wedding. How was it?
Well, my girlfriend was the main proponent of that.
Sure.
I'm telling the truth. I am. She wakes me up. She's like, hey, we got to watch the royal wedding. I'm like, girl, I got to get ready for the race today. So we were watching it, though. It was pretty neat to see. I guess it's interesting to me to see, like, the lineage of, you know, I don't know, you can just trace it all back. I don't know where my family comes from. And you have this lineage that leads up to this royal family. I think that's pretty neat.
And then also this. I know you're confused a lot for Ben Rhodes, the guy who worked in the Barack Obama administration.
Yeah.
How often does that happen on social
Every
media?
day, all day, nonstop. You should see, I could be on Jimmy Kimmel's mean tweets. Is that Jimmy Kimmel who does that?
Yes.
Yeah, I could be on his mean tweets because I get some crazy mail that comes my way on Twitter. We need to put like a, I don't know, some type of description in there so nobody confuses me again. They'll actually have him tagged. They'll delete his tag and then put my tag in there. And I'm like, how do you do that?
The joys of social media.
Yeah, right?
It's fantastic. That is NASCAR Camping World Truck Series driver Ben Rhodes. Ben, as always, appreciate the time. Best of luck coming up the rest of the season, and enjoy the break. We'll chat with you right before Kentucky.
Alrighty,
also.
thank you very much.